Um, so my life experience, I will tell you, I worked at the Marion DuPont Equine Center, and my job was to set up the stations and clean the endoscopes. We had donated human endoscopes to endoscope racehorses. They're coming up with ulcers because they're overly stressed. I walked down the aisle one day, and all these horses looked like they'd been attacked by lions. They were in their stalls. And you talk about human experimentation. They were putting the botulism into these horses. They had to go through it twice, 2 or 3 times. They're donated horses. It was awful. It was like they had to open they cut them and they opened it, and somehow they were growing the botulism in the horses. And they had to go through it 2 or 3 times, and they'd be turned out to pasture to relax. But yeah, no, it was very cruel. It was difficult. But then there's the soldiers in our United States Marines that need the botulism, and they would do experimental things on horses. They had fly spray coming out of the ceiling. So although they were doing that, the horses were not bothered by flies. They would shh every 15 minutes. I remember my supervisor's name, Barbara Strang, and I got pregnant, and then she got pregnant, and she didn't really, neither one of us planned it. I think I wanted it, but maybe she did too. So one time they had an observation room for surgery, and I was in there, and the owners would pay like $5,000 for a colic, like the horse was colicking, and so it's worth a lot of money. So they pay $5,000, and one day I was sitting in the cafeteria next to 2 veterinarians, and they're like, I don't know what we're doing. They said they don't know. They said, we don't know. We just move stuff around and hopefully it works. And some other surgeon I know, he said, well, he goes, I just go into the brain and I line things up. But if they heal, it's God. He goes, it's not me. It's my setting as an artist, as a surgeon, which medicine is an art. He said, I just do the best I can to line it up, but I don't heal it. That's up to God.